My white man, look, that nigga got the boots, beard sprays, man, look. That nigga got the garment with the shades, man, look. That nigga got the spikes on his armband. And he got the Sheila David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating, we dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swagger on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like black. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick. And you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold and studs of silver. Hebrew drip.
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on a false image. You became home court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for is when the earth inherited by the piss ball. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cards to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Now taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. UPK will real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for bars, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like civil war, resist, or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All gold like a German shepherd, young and a restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
going with this shit? Cause tonight you belong to me. I'm from One West headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No straw, but they want their mortar. Tell Trump, fuck borders. P.S. Prepare for slaughter. Never take their sons and daughters. Never give them Mars in return. Niggas never wanna learn. Till they laying in the urn. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. You got to burn. Even if I gotta go with it. So fuck it, is you with it? Niggas never feel froggy, they just wanna rid it. If I see a bad bitch, then I gotta rip it. Your lip looking like the Red Sea when I split it. Tell me why that flow so vicious. Every time he switches, beat a nigga ass like mama did with switches. You niggas looking real gay. Where are the bitches? I mean, where are the sisters? Better stay away from witches. That's a brouhaha. Love me as she brew, yeah. White people hate brew now. If you didn't know, then you do now. You belong to me. Yeah. Alright. This nigga's bonkers. From the same city as the Knickerbockers. Name ring bells from here to Yonkers. Or Nicaragua. You niggas too thirsty, you need some agua. I ain't talking Fina. When they kill my dog, I ain't hear shit from Peter. These niggas talk Kent, but they really mean FEMA. Captain cut his eye, got more stripes than Adidas. If you ain't a bad bitch, then get the fuck off my penis. 1-2 step with a meat tree drip. Keep my circle tighter than my meat tree is. If I don't fuck with you, you a piece of shit. When I dip, you dip, we dip, we dip. That's the type of shit that I sing to my bitch. No 6ix9ine, we don't sing no snitch. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race. You belong to me. It's you, baby. One more time. Gotta love that bass. Social distance, I love my space. Tell Karen, get the fuck out my face. We ain't never switching up on our race, cause you belong to me. One more time for the ladies in the back, eh?
La Yasharala, which means to Israel. Imadium, Wapanya Hakodam, which means stand, turn, and face the east. We're starting off with the Lord's Prayer, first in the Hebrew, then in the English. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwathka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza. Slakia. Kawa, Haya, Bashamayam, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawabath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawabwath Yanawa. Wala'a. Tabaya Anawa. Slakia. Tabaya Slakia. Tabaya Anawa. Tabaya Anawa. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hawashainawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwath. Waha'ala. Wahathapa Arath. La'ai Walamyam. Aman. All right, in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Next is the prayer for power. First in Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Babakosha, Nathan Lanawa, Haka, Larapa'a, Ka Makala, Waka Madawa, Haka, Latahar, Ha Matazarium, Haka, Lahakwayam, Hamathayam, Haka, Irakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Bahasham, Yahweh the water, Aman. Next in the English. Lord, in the name of Jesus, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Jesus. Thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. First in the Hebrew, then in the English. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasharala, Waha Bayath Saparium, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magun, Hagun, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. All right. So in the English, that is. Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect. In the name of Jesus, thank you. So be it. All right. Psalms 121. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al. Hahariam. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Isaiah. Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawam, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Ath, Napashka, Yahweh, Yazamar Taza Athak, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aitha, Wa'id Iwalam. All right, what I said in English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forward, even forevermore. All right. So we'll be picking up where we left off last week. All right. And that is the second chapter of Joshua. All right. Starting at the 10th verse. All right. Let me get this out the way. Salaki, give me one moment. All right. All right, so we're starting at Joshua 2 and 10. All right, and it starts off like this. So first Hebrew, then English. So Kaya, Shema, Shema now. Ah, Ar, Hawa Bayash, Yahweh, Ath, Maya, Yum, Sawap, Mapan Yakum, Bataza Athkam, Mama Tazarium, Wa Ashar, Aisha Yathium, Lashan Ya, Malakia, Ha Amaria, Ashar, Ba'Ibar, Hayaradan, Lasayakan, Wa Walayawag, Ashar, Hakaramtham, Awatam, Wanashamai, Wayamas, Lababana, Wala'a, Kwama, Awad, like Iwad, Rawak, Ba'ayash, Mapanyakam, Kaya, Yahweh, Alahaya Kayam, Hawa'a, Alahayam, Bashamayam, Mama Isle. Wa Isle. Ha'arataza. Mathakath. Wa Itha. Hashabaiwa. Na'a. Laya. Bayahawa. Kaya. Ashayathia. Imakam. Kasad. Wa Ashayatham. Gam. Atham. I'm. Bayath. Abaya. Kasad. Wanath Thum. Laya. Awath. Amath. Wa Wahakayatham. Ath. Abaya. Wa'ath. Amai. Wa'ath. Akiyai. It's like Akiyah. Wa'ath. Wa'ath Call. Ashar. Laham. Wahatazaltham. Ath. Napash Tayanwa. Mamawath. Wa Amarwa. It's like a Waya Amarwa. La. Ha'anasyam. Napasnawa. Thakathyakum. Lamawath. La'a. Tagayadwa. Ath. Dabarnawa. Za. Wahaya. Bathath. Yahweh. Lanawa. Ath. Ha'arataza. Wa Aisha Yanawa. Imak. Kasad. Wa Imath. It's like a Wa Amath. Wa Thawardum. Bakabal. Ba'aid. Hakalwan. Kaya. Bayatha. Bakwayar. Ha Khawam. Ha Khawama. Habak Habaka Habakawam. Haya'a. Wayashabath. Watha Amar. Laham. Hahara. Lakawa. Pana. Ya Pagaiwa. Bakam. Haradapyam. Wanakabdam. Shema. Shalashta. Yep. Yum yum. Id. Shawab. Haradapyam. Wa'akar. Thalakwa. Ladark come. All right, so Joshua starting at 10. Joshua chapter 2, starting at verse 10 to 16.
Joshua chapter 2, verse 10. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you.
Right, so basically what we left off last week, right, we were talking about how when we came to the when we were on our way coming through the land, going into our land, right, we started to build up a reputation, right? Our reputation started to precede us, right? So at the beginning of this chapter, quick recap, is when Rahab, the harlot, let the two spies stay in her house because she knew, the reputation of Israel. In fact, all of the people in the area did, right? And, right before this, they were talking about, the terror that fell upon the whole land because the children of Israel were on their way, right? So right here, what they talking about is, they heard about what happened in Egypt, right? This is, mind you, we getting into our land, right? Moses is dead. So this happened about 40 years ago, right? So word has had time to travel, right? Word has had time to spread, and reputations spread a lot faster than people move, right? People hear about you before you even ever been in the area, right? So these people knew who the children of Israel were, and they feared us coming into their land, right? Let's see. All right, keep reading.
And ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites,
Right.
that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed.
This is Moses had just died, right? This is what I was saying before, right? Moses had Joshua learned from Moses, right? And Moses was a general of a moving nation-sized army, right? So what Joshua learned was battle tactics and strategies. That's why the two spies was even in the cities in the first place, to get some reconnaissance to figure out what was going on in the city. And they had heard of everything Israel had done and how we utterly destroyed these two kings. Like, these were two kings, these two nations had already been established, and then all of a sudden, coming out of Egypt, right, is this unheard of nation a group of people just moving across and just taking every land they step their foot on. Right? These people are petrified that the children of Israel are on their way. Right? Keep reading.
And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like they at one point, when other nations heard that we were even coming close to them, every man lost all will to even fight. Like it was just done. Like when we followed what the Most High told us to do, right? Because that's what was happening. We were being led by a man who followed the will of the Most High. So when we went out to battle, right, it was doing what the Most High told us to do. Whenever a judgment came down and was passed, it was exactly what the Most High prescribed, right? Because this is Moses who's running everything, right? And so Joshua is continuing that tradition. So when we write, you know what I mean, with the Most High, and when we, following the law, statutes, and commandments, right, our enemies will understand and know that facing us ain't something they want to do, right? They didn't. That's the thing. It's not they just knew they was gonna lose the battle. There was no courage, no, like they ran and hid, like they were panicking, complete and total panic. No man had any courage left, right? Keep reading. Let's get something. Okay.
Because of you, for the Lord your God, He is God in heaven above and in earth beneath.
See, here's the thing, right? When we follow the law, statutes, and commandments of our God, right? Because again, He's our God and He's not the God of anyone else. When we follow His law, statutes, and commandments, right? There is no such thing as atheists, right? Even if you don't worship our God, you know our God is real, right? These are pagans, right? These are heathens, right? These are these other nations who worship these other gods, right? And they understand and know that our God is true, and our God is the God of heaven. He's who created heaven and earth, right? Our power. Because what we're able to do when we follow His law, statutes, and commandments, and when we follow the leadership He puts above us, right, is something that can only be done through the power of the Most High. Right? Keep reading.
Now, therefore, I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have shewed you kindness, that ye will also shew kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token.
So, I went over this the last time when we were when it was talking about her letting them in. It wasn't her just letting them in out of the kindness of her heart, right? She wasn't just letting them in because she saw these two brothers and she really loved the children. She saw the children of Israel coming in, and she saw that they had spies in the city, so she knew what was going to happen. So she did what she had to do to save her life. She picked the winning side, right? That's like the Edomites today, right? That kneel down and kiss the boots of the prophets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Turn their paycheck over to the prophets. Right? Send that to the ISUPK so that the Commander General Yohana can do what needs to be done with that money. Because she understands what her people has coming to them. And she don't want no parts. She want a little bit of grace, a little bit of mercy. Right? Can I get a position in the house, master? That's what she said. Right? Not can I be, like one of your women. No. Can you just show us a little bit of mercy and just not slaughter us? Not do to us exactly what you're going to do to every other one of our people.
Right.
Right? And for those people out there who think it's wrong for the priests and prophets to have their boots kissed. This woman sold out her city to do the exact same thing. It's the same spirit, right? She look, whatever we done did, the Most High is against us and He's with you. So I'm gonna do what I need to do to be with you. I need you to know. I look. I'm not an enemy. I will be a servant. I will risk my life to serve you. Like that is my position. I accept it. Like the woman that ran up to Christ, right?
Right.
When she said, "Hey, even a dog can get a scrap from the can get what falls from the master table," paraphrasing, of course, but she understood her position, recognized her position, and that is why she received any attention at all, any bit of what's the word I want to say, grace, any bit of mercy, right, for her daughter, right? Like she never got salvation. He never said she was equal. He said that by her faith that she was a dog and that she was a servant of the children, she should be a servant of the children of Israel. That is what has gotten her that little that blessing.
That's right.
Right? Not because she's equal or the same or none of that. Right? And that's what Rahab is doing here. Rahab said, "Listen, I done gave the city guard false information to hide y'all. Right? Y'all done stayed in my house, and when y'all come back, y'all coming back through my window. Right? So because I'm doing all of this, hey, just make me a servant of y'all's. Because I see you utterly destroy these kingdoms. There's nobody left.
Right.
To save me and my family's life, I'll sell out the whole city. None of them, I don't care about none of them. I sell out the whole city. Can you please save me and my father's house? That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Not spare the city. Not go around us. No, hey, me and my people, get us out. Other than that, yeah, y'all got it, right? And they wanted, and she said, "Give me a true token. Listen, give me solid proof that you just not about to destroy us, just us. Everybody else, you can do what you want to. I just need that token, a symbol of proof, right?" Keep reading.
"And that ye will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death."
See, and that is her whole point of doing it.
Damn right.
Look, hey, leave us and our stuff alone. Everybody else, we already know what the deal is. We know what y'all do when y'all roll through town. Everybody, everything is that. You got to remember, right? We weren't just going in these places and killing all the people, which is what most nations do, right? They'll kill, they'll kill all the men, right? And then they'll take the women, and then they'll intermingle the women into the tribe, and then they might kill some of the young boys, depending on how old they are, right? We would go into and of course they keep all the property, right? They want to keep the property because that's one of the biggest reasons why most nations go in and take over land, and take over your resources. We were coming in, killing every man, woman, child, goat, ox, horse. We killed your plants. We burned. Look, everything got decimated.
Damn right.
Your buildings were destroyed. There was nothing but rubble when we came through Atlanta. Everything died. Right. That is a terrifying. That thought process is completely foreign to anybody in this time period. Right. So this is why they're panicking. Right. They don't understand what is going on. Like, who are these crazy people that kill everything that moves? Oh, and they're on their way here? No one's safe. Nothing is safe. Nothing like they panicked. They saw nothing like this ever before, right? So she just wanted some proof that listen, you go save us, and that's why she had to put and all that they have, right? Because like I said, most people don't even think when you take over a land, you're not going to kill all their cattle. You're going to take the cattle and you're going to eat the cattle. You're going to use the cattle. No, we killed it, burned it. We killed all your livestock. It doesn't matter. All of it dies. This was just we're a couple 100,000 at least of the active military just coming towards just coming at cities. So she, like I said, she was in fear for everything that she had ever known, right? Keep reading.
And the men answered her, our life for yours,
Uh-huh.
if ye utter not this our business.
He said, look, we make it out of here, y'all gonna make it through.
Right.
We live through this, you live through this. Right? That's the deal. We make it out of this city alive. Then you make it out of this city alive. Because you know if we don't make it out, ain't nobody else making it out of here.
Right.
That's not how we roll. We still coming in. That's how it's gonna work. We coming in. But if we make it out of here, sure, we'll make a little bit of a leeway for you and your family. Right? Keep reading that one.
And it shall be, when the Lord have given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee.
All right, and honestly, here's the thing: if this is how it's going to end up going to be in the future, right? This is like people think Christ is going to come back and everybody is just going, oh, Christ is here, great, great, great. Now he has his kingdom, and we're just going to give up our power. That's not how it works. That's not how this works, right? These nations build up and defend their borders. They defend their power structure, right? You think the United States of America is going to lay down arms because Christ is back, right? So when these other nations were standing in our way, listen, this is the land that the Most High gave us. We did not chase down their people who were in other lands. Right? The purpose was not to necessarily wipe out that so-called race of people, right? Because they lived abroad. People travel all the time back there. It wasn't go find them in whatever land they're in. No, it's listen, you kill everything in that land when you get there, and then you don't deal with those people after that. Right? That's it. So had these people like, listen, you know what? We see y'all coming through. We know the Most High is with you. So here's your land. We gonna go find somewhere else to move. We wouldn't have chased them down, but they fight. But people fight to defend what's theirs. Right?
Right.
She said, listen, I don't have enough pride to believe that the Most High doesn't control everything and that you gonna wipe everything out. So if I'm going to survive, or if anything I want is going to survive, I'm going to have to surrender it to the people of the Most High. Right? These are what heathens are going to have to figure out. But which is how it's going to be. Of course, like I said, it's war, and it's going to be war. There's going to be turncoats in other nations. It's going to be so-called white Uncle Toms. You know what I mean? They go turn on their own people because they understand that the Most High is with Israel.
Damn right.
Right? And they're going to choose servitude or face destruction. That's how it's going to work, right? Right. Actually, give me that. What was that? Give me Luke 19 and 27. right? So, because a lot of people say that that's a Old Testament type of talking, like in Isaiah and stuff like that, where it talks about us bringing, about us taking the taking our enemies into our kingdom as our servants, right? But let's see what Christ's words were, right? Because you got to remember, right now on this earth, we are Christ's representatives.
Damn right.
Right? Because first off, we follow the same doctrine he taught, which is the law. We follow the same truth that he taught, and we follow this scripture, these words, from beginning to end. So what we have elected to do is to have Christ reign over us, Christ rule over us, right? These other nations are not going to want to give up their power, and they won't want Christ to be ruling over them. Hold on one second. Is that the verse I wanted?
Con.
All right, go ahead, give me that one there.
Luke chapter 19, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
But those mine enemies.
Those my what?
Enemies.
So if you not following what Christ said, if you not if you not with the mission that Christ says, right? If you not doing what Salaki, how that one? Oh, I keep pushing the wrong one. There we go. If you not following Christ's law, statutes, and commandments, right? If you're not doing what the will of the Most High is, then you're an enemy to Christ, right? If you're in these other nations who the Bible has said is a nation is the enemy of the children of Israel, you're against Christ. Because here's the thing: Christ said, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, whatever you've done to the least of my brother, you've done to me, right? So if you are an enemy of the children of Israel, you're an enemy of Christ. If you are oppressing the children of Israel, you are an enemy of Christ. Right? If your people decided to buy and sell the children of Israel, then you're an enemy of Christ, right? So those his enemies, right? Go ahead.
Which would not that I should reign over them.
Which will not allow Christ to just rule over them and take all of their power. Our oppressor will not just give up power to Christ. Our oppressor not going to give up power to the children of Israel. He's going to want to fight for that power, right?
Right.
He's going to want to fight for his control. He's got space. Listen, who you think he got space? He has lasers in space. Who you think he's trying to shoot with lasers in space? Right? Like, even back when what was it? Reagan was talking about how. Oh, he wonders how the world would unite if they saw an enemy coming from out of this world. Ain't nobody coming out that sky except for Christ and his angels.
That's right.
That's who's coming out the sky. That's who they preparing for, because they know who they have in captivity. They know who they have over here in oppressing, right? So these are the enemies that would not have Christ to rule over them, right? Keep going.
Bring hither,
right?
And slay them before me.
So his enemies that that don't want him to rule over them, he said, bring them hither. Bring hither means to bring them right here to me. Bring them right in front of me and slay them at my feet. Right?
Dang.
That means there are a few enemies who gonna be like, you know what? You got the rule. Nope, you go ahead and rule over. Nope. That's what Rahab did. Right. Rahab was like, you know what? You got it. Hey, and so of course it was to a commander with the same name, Yahushua, right? She's like, hey, look, I heard about y'all movement. I heard about my Shah. I heard about Yahushua, and I'm not trying to deal with none of it. I don't want no smoke.
Right.
Okay? Y'all coming to rule over here? You rule over this. You got the whole house, right?
Damn right.
So she acted like she had some sense to her. All right, the one person out of her whole nation who had some sense and said, you know what? Israel's coming through. The people of the Most High God is coming. And it's time to just bow down to their rulership. Right? Which is what every good so-called white person should do.
Damn right.
I mean, it's here's the thing. We see what their rule has done in this earth over the past hundreds of years, We see that. Listen, they done killed off more animals. They done. How do you poison the air that you have? Everybody has to breathe this air. Even
Right.
even the rich people got to breathe the air. But they put poison in the air that they breathe. Every treaty that they make is not worth the paper that it's printed on, right? This is not a rulership of people who should be in control of anything,
Right.
right? So when Christ comes to restore, to set up a correct rulership in a correct kingdom, you know, the heads of this nation, they're going to fight. The heads of these nations are going to fight against Christ, right? But then there are some that are going to bow down, just like Rahab did, right?
Damn right.
Go ahead on back to Joshua 2 and where were we at? We finished 14, so start at 15.
Joshua chapter 2 verse 15. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall.
Right, so her house was on the town wall, right? Which was basically saying that she lived in the poor part of town, right? Because here's the thing: if your town is getting attacked, the first thing attacked is the wall,
Right.
right? So it's not like she was living closer towards the center and the keep where everything was more well defended, well protected. She's the most exposed, right? So she said, look, she let him down by the wall out the window, right? Because it was it's like she let him down out of her house on a window because she lived on a wall, right? So they immediately were right back outside the city, right? So that's her. That was her holding up her end of the bargain,
Right.
right? Because she said, they said, we live, you live. She's like, cool. Here you go, right out the city, right? Provide them a way of escape that was secure, right? So they can get back to the camp. Keep reading.
And she dwelt upon the wall.
Uh-huh.
And she said unto them, get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days,
Uh-huh.
until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way.
See, now what that is, right, is she understands the patrol patterns of the local military or guard, right? She's been watching. She's a harlot, right? She's a prostitute. She watched the cops, right? She told them not only listen, you go out. Not only do you go out, you go over here, you hide here, and in this many days, it's their regulation that they come back. So they won't be looking for you anymore after this long a time. So hide out for this long, and then go, because they won't. Because if you go before that, they'll catch you, right? But if you wait until she tells you to wait to, by the time you leave out, they'll be going back. There's no way they'll catch you, right? Like she was a lookout, right? That's what she did. She sat there, watched their patrols. That's what she did all day, right? So that was her holding up her end of the bargain. Right, and let's keep. That was into 16. All right. Okay. All right, I'm back with 17. We got. Let's see here. Waya Marwa. Alaya. Amanashim. It's okay. Ha'anashim. Nakoyam. Anaknawa. Mashabaithaka. Hazah. Ashar. Hashabaithanawa. Hana. Anaknawa. Abayam. Ba'arataza. Ath. Thakwawath. Khawat. Hashanya. Hazah. Dakwasharya. Ba'kalwan. Ashar. Hawaradath. Hawarad. It's like that. Hawaradath Nawa. Bawa. Wa'ath. Abayak. Wa'ath. Amak. Wa'ath. Akyak. Wa'ath. Kal. Bayath. Abayak. The Asapya. Alayak. Habayatha. Yahweh. Kal. Ashar. Yataza'ah. Madalathia. Bayathak. Hakawatazah. Damwa. Bara Ashwa. Wa anaknawa. Nakoyam. Wakal. Ashar. Yaya. Athak. Babayath. Damwa. Bara Ashnawa. Am. Yad. Dahaya. Mawa. Wa'am. Tagayadya. Ath. The Barnawa. Za. Wahayayanawa. Nakoyam. Ma Shabatak. Ashar. Hashabai Thanawa. Watha Amar. Kadabaryakam. Kan. Hawa'a. Watha Shalkam. Wayalakwa. Watha Akwashar. Ath. Thakwawath. Hasanya. Bakwal 1. Alright, so start where we left off. We'll go down to 21.
Joshua chapter 2, verse 21.
Oh no, it's like start where we left off. What was that?
17.
17. Kind of.
Behold, when we come into the land, verse 17. And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath, which thou hast made us swear.
Keep going.
Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window, which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee.
So what they were saying is, look, we gonna hold up our end of the bargain, right? Let this rope down that you let us slide down to get out of here, right? Put that down again, and that's how and when we see that, that's how we'll know whose house not to destroy, who not to invade, right? So, and what it meant by being blameless is, we not gonna just see. That's another thing, right? That goes to that question where it talks about how where people ask, I mean, if I just sell drugs to Edomites, is that okay? I mean, I'm not selling to my people no more. No, it's you supposed to be blameless. See, that's the thing, right? Our laws are supposed to make us an astonishment and an amazement in the sight of the nations, right? They're supposed to see us, like I said, paraphrasing, of course, but they're supposed to see us and see that we're a great and mighty people because of our laws, right? So just because you in another nation don't mean we about to scam you, right? Our word is our word, and we're supposed to, and that's what Christ was talking about when he said about taking oaths, right? He said, "Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay," right? And that you'll be judged by every idle word, and that's because your words mean something, right? If you say something, you promise someone something, you say you're going to do something for someone, you're supposed to do it, right? That's a trespass if you don't, right? You promise this, right? Now, of course, things happen. We understand that things happen in life, and not everything you say can come to fruition. But that is why also, we should learn to talk less, right? Listen more and talk less. So that way you don't say you have less time saying things that don't come to pass, right? You don't need to speak every time you have a thought run across your head.
Right.
Right? Sometimes you just need to sit there and be silent, right? And if it's something that you can do, then say it. But if it's not something that you can do, and you cannot guarantee that you're going to do it, then sometimes you need to keep your mouth shut. All right? Instead of just saying it to try to, appease other people, because that's what you try to do. You try to make it so people like you, right? That's why you do it. And that's why you make a promise that you don't think you can, that you know from the time you say it that you most likely can't even do it. But you just don't want them to have this certain feeling towards you, so you just say that you're going to. No, you got to do what you say and say what you're going to do, right? And that's what they're talking about here with them being blameless, right? We told you we were going to do this thing, right? And we're going to do it, right? We told you, listen, our life for your life, right? You saved us. We're going to be blameless by holding up our end of the bargain. All right. Keep reading.
And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head.
See, he said we gonna protect your house. Don't step outside your house while everything is going on.
Right.
If you decide that you don't want to be in them four walls, that's fine. But whatever happens to you, that's on you. We told you we gonna protect you in your house. Get it in the house. Right? So he's being very clear and very concise about the instructions to her. Right? Now if she chooses to follow him, if she chooses not to follow him, like what was that? The story of Lot, right? His rib was supposed to make it with him, but she wanted to turn around and look. She didn't want to follow directions. Now, if you don't want to follow directions, that's on you. What happens to you is on you when you stop following directions, right? But don't go try to blame them, saying that they didn't protect you or they didn't save you and they said they would. No, you stepped out of line, right? All right, keep going.
And if thou and whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be upon our head.
Right. So if anything happens to anybody in your house, we'll take the blame for that. That's on us. If they step outside the house, though, that's on them.
Damn right.
Right? Keep going.
If any hand be upon him,
Right? Keep going.
and if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath which thou hast made us to swear.
So basically, he said, listen, if anything happened to anybody who step outside the house, that's on them. If anybody touch anybody in your house, that's on us. We're going to take the blame for that one. And if you run your mouth to anybody about what we doing, everything I just said is null and void. You ain't got no promise. You run your mouth. You keep your mouth shut.
Damn right.
Right? That's what he's telling her. Right? You run your mouth, you broke the oath. And so whatever happens is on you now. But you know what's gonna happen if you're not under our protection. Right? You break this oath. Well, you can die with him. Right? All right, keep reading.
And she said, according unto your word, so be it.
Uh-huh.
And she sent them away, and they departed.
Uh-huh.
And she bound the scarlet line in the window.
All right, so she tied that line down there so they can travel down, right, and get out and make their way. She left it there. Like whenever y'all come back, I want to make sure it's here, right? Why? Because she understood what she had just, got what they call it, the golden ticket, right? Get out of jail free card.
Right.
Like you just so happened. It wasn't like she was looking for him or she had this previously set up. They was in the city. She saw them, recognized who they were, and set herself up a deal to make it through this whole situation that was about to come their way. Because she knew who they were when she saw him. She was like, look, she hopped on the opportunity. Right? And so that's 21. Cool. Wayalakwa. Wayabaawa. Hahamara. It's like a hahara. Wayashabwa. Sham. Shalashta. Yum Yum. Ide. Shabwa. Haradapyam. Wayabakwashwa. Haradapyam. Bakal. Hadarak. Wala'a. Wa Tazama'awa. Wayashabya. Shanya. Ha'anashim. Ha Wayadarwa. Mahahar. Waya Ibarwa. Waya Ba'awa. Al. Yahawashai. Bun Nawan. Waya Saparwa. Lawa. Ah. Call. Ha Mataza Awath. Awatam. Waya Amarwa. Al. Yahawashai. Kaya. Nathan. Yahweh. Baya Da'anwa. Ath. Call. Ha'arataza. Wagam. Namagwa. Kal. Yashabya. Ha'arataza. Mapanyanawa. All right. Take it to the end of the chapter. So starting at where we in at? Starting at 23.
22.
22.
Verse 22. Joshua, verse 22. And they went and came unto the mountain and abode there 3 days until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not.
Right. So when she told them what to do, that was the exact perfect strategy, right, to get out of the city and to get away from the pursuers. Right.
Right.
Like I said, she had scouted. She had already known how to do that because, you know, you're seen on the even in their societies. You know what I mean. If you're a harlot, you know what I mean. You're seen as scum, right? You're seen as the lowest of the low. You hang with criminals, right? You hear stories. You know how to get away from the cops, right? And that's even back then, right? There's always been a heathen and a filthy profession, even in their society, right? Like our people picked that up from other nations, but even in their nations, it was it was a desirable job, right? It wasn't something that you just wanted to do. Like they make it popular now. Like our girls nowadays want to grow up and be like that. They want to be harlots, right? They want to be, and then you can't say nothing to them about being a harlot, right? But it's always been disgusting. It's always been filthy to be that way, right? And so her being among the common rabble, she knows the patterns of the cops. She knows how they track. She knows how they search procedure, right? I remember this one statement. It said I heard this one thing one time. It said every every black man over 40 is qualified to be a paralegal.
Hmm.
You know every law, every statute, every term you can get for that, depending on the judge, what that judge might do. Like because you watch these people. Now that's whether you've been a criminal or not.
Right.
That's just living there. That's being in that society and being treated in the way that you're treated, right? So she understands the pattern of the cops because of living there and being treated the way she was treated in her society, right? So when they did what she told them to do, when they did her plan, when they followed through with her plan, right? The pursuers the pursuers searched as hard as they could, and mind you, this is right outside their territory, right? This is right outside their land. This isn't somewhere they don't know or they don't search, right? They looked in every place they could think of but couldn't find them, right? It's like like the Underground Railroad.
Damn right.
Right, basically same thing, right? We got certain hiding spots that the law don't know about, right? And so they did what she told. They did what she told them, and they got out. Right? Keep reading.
So the two men returned and descended from the mountain and passed over
And
came to Joshua the son of Nun and told him all things that befell them.
Right. So they came back. Right. Gave a report. Right. They had already they recon mission was successful. You know what I mean? They came back. They got intel. You know, they got a way. They had a way out. They got a contact inside the city. You know what I mean? Like we weren't just it's like we wasn't just go just walking around doing nothing. You know what I mean? We got resources when we on the way back. Right. So they detailed everything to Joshua. Right. So he could make a plan. He could form a strategy on how to deal with this city. Right. And this is how any military strategy is made. Right. Any intelligent one anyway.
Right.
You go and you do reconnaissance. Right. And then you sit down with the council and then you make decisions on how you are going to move forward based on the information you got from your reconnaissance. Right. All right. Keep reading.
And they said unto Joshua, truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land. For even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us.
So those two spots, see, and that's the thing. You know what I mean? If you weren't on the recon team, right? If you weren't, in that position yet, right? All you know is the part where you go in and the battle is starting, right? You don't understand. You don't walk around in a city before you get there. You know what I mean? You don't see them interacting with each other knowing that this group is coming. You just get to be a part of the wave that comes in and just smashes everything. And so you see everything in the middle of battle, right? These people, these two scouts, they went in there and this is something that amazed them. Like, bro, they are running because they hear we're coming.
Right.
Like, they losing it. Like, because, like I said, just imagine being a part of the regular army and then all of a sudden you in this position and this is what you see. Like,
right.
If you didn't believe that the Most High was with you and with Joshua before that, right? There's no way you have any, like, that emboldens you, right? When you see exactly what happens to your enemy when you are following the laws of the Most High, when you are doing what the Most High told you to do, and you're following the leadership the Most High set up over you, right? You had something you want to read? 'Cause we getting close to time.
I had something before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Just like all these old stories we read, it still resonates today because we're still under the damn curses, man. But thanks to the Commander General Yohana, all the generals and captains and officers, since 1969, this thing can be overtaken, with Christ coming into you, through the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
Okay.
And I want to
Okay.
read this in Baruch real fast. This is the time of Babylonian captivity. Starts the chapter off with, it names his who he's the son of, in it states his registry, and it goes down into the second verse where it says that the Chaldeans took our land, Jerusalem, and burnt it with fire, But start at verse 17 for me.
Okay. The book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 17.
All right, now this is Baruch. He's bereaved right now. He's like, man, we just can't get it right. But and it's still all the way from Babylonian captivity to now. We still can't get it damn right.
Yeah, right.
Read that for me.
Okay. The book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 17. For we have sinned before the Lord.
We have did what?
Sinned before the Lord.
Keep going.
And disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God.
Hearken mean we ain't listen, man. We hard-headed and we don't listen. Keep going.
To walk in the commandments that he gave us openly.
He gave us what?
The commandments he gave us openly.
Openly. Now let's expound on, let's get the definition of openly. You know what I'm saying? He gave us commandments without concealment, without deception, in public, blatantly, brazenly, honestly, for the whole world to see and know who we are. But guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to this day, we don't know who we are.
Yeah, right.
And guess what else he does? Openly, brazenly, publicly. He destroys our enemies like the officer just brought out.
Okay.
He will see you through from the brink of destruction into heaven.
Okay.
Until he will repent on destroying you. He will stop from destroying you. Not everyone on the damn planet. Keep going.
Okay. Since it's like it. Verse 19. Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt.
There it go again. He did that publicly for the whole world to see. That's why this woman in Joshua, she like, hey, the whole world knows about these things.
Okay.
There it is again. Keep going.
Unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto the Lord our God.
We've been disobedient, man. We've been hard-headed. We've been thick-headed, stiff-necked. Keep going.
And we have been negligent.
Negligent, meaning, oh, man, and you just want to do what you want to do. You what's that? You the sloth. You being slothful, man. You being negligent, man. And it's on purpose. Keep going.
In not hearing his voice.
Right, and hearing his voice is, like in modern times right now. If you want to bring it to the forefront, is listen to the priests and prophets of the ISUPK.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 20. Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us.
The evils, man. Keep going.
And the curses.
And the curses. The curses in the book of Deuteronomy. We cursed. We cursed in the city. We cursed in the field. We cursed everywhere we go. We looked upon as a destroyed people, a destroyed nation, scattered amongst any type of heathen all around the damn world, man. The curses. Keep going.
Which the Lord appointed by Moses, his servant, at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt.
There it go again. That's the Most High letting you know that this thing that he did was openly brazen. It was public. Everyone in the earth knew about the children of Israel. Like the officer said, when they seen us coming, they started running.
Damn right.
Keep going.
Count of the car. To give us a land that floweth with milk and honey.
And guess what? That's what we're gonna happen when you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, when you walk through when you make it through that narrow gate. You know, everybody ain't gonna get through the gate. It's too small.
Count of
You
the car.
know, you're gonna have to do what the Most High tell you to do to get through that narrow gate. Keep going.
Count of the car. Like as it is to see this day.
Right.
Verse 21. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God,
Right.
according to all the words of the prophets,
Right.
whom he sent unto us.
Want to know why? Because you got these Christian church, man. You got the Roman Catholic Church, man. You got all these different wicked denominations of Christianity that is destroying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
You know, and guess what? Until our King Christ come back and set a fire to this place like they did like the Chaldeans, those wicked sorcerers and warlocks did to Jerusalem in the time of Babylon, man. We gonna steady be a victim in this place. And the only place you're not gonna be a victim or learn not to be a slave or have Stockholm syndrome is the ISUPK under
Right.
Commander General Yohana, man. Is
Right.
that it on that? Keep going.
Verse 22. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart to serve strange gods.
Right. Right there. Stop right there.
Count of the car.
They say the heart, man. Your heart is wicked above all damn things, man. Don't think that what you believe in your heart is the right thing to do. You know, the right thing to do is follow the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's the right thing to do. That's how you become a man. That's how you raise your children. That's how you govern your home.
Damn
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Count of the car. To serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God.
Right. So when you go to the Christian church and celebrate 4th of July and Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve, you serving strange damn gods, man.
Right.
When you marry outside your waist, these so-called heathen women or men are going to have you serving strange gods and customs, man.
Right.
That is not the way the Most High openly and brazenly and publicly chose the children of Israel to be His own people, man.
Right.
So I'm through with that.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say?
La.
All right. So with that, since we at the time, shalom, Israel.